Let me ask you this, since you're doing a live with me right now. Do you want to sample the one that we're doing the class on later today?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me do this then. I'm going to give you access to the class and you'll be welcome to join us tonight. How about that? All right. So let me go ahead and go into Podium. Now, you may have to set up an account, but if I do that, then you'll have access to the template. You can go ahead and download it. So let's see, products. I'm gonna go to the live session tonight, and then if you can't make it, because it's at 8 tonight, so you'll have a little bit of a break. It's from 8, and usually it goes about 2 to 3 hours.
Oh
Two to
yeah,
three
I have
hours if
a.
everybody's excited.
I can make it. I'm in the office until about probably 3 o'clock in the morning. I'll be in my store tonight
Hey,
because I have to do 40 shirts.
hey, I feel you on that. So tell me a little bit about your business.
I started off as an event planner, just doing just like the treats and like all these 3D treats. I took like a lot of classes. I spent a lot of money learning just different treats and stuff like that because I got tired of doing it. I only have 2 kids, but I got tired of paying people to do it.
I feel
So
you.
I did it from my house for a long time. And then I was kind of like in this abusive type of thing with this guy. So I always said I wanted a store, I want a store, I want a store, I want to do t-shirts. I just had all these visions. I used to just draw stuff on paper and I would never execute it because I was just going through so much mentally. So then I left him in November. And then the guy I met now, I was talking to him and I was like, I really wanted this t-shirt shop. And he was like, why do you want it? And I was like, what? Like, why do you want it? And I was like, because it's a passion, like it's something I want to do. I was like, I want, all these classes I paid for to do these treats, I've conquered this already. I want to move to something different.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like, you sure? And I was like, yeah. So he took me to see this space where I am now. It's huge. And I was like when he brought me in here, I was just like, I don't know now, like, cause I'm scared now. You know what I mean? He was like, why? And I was like, cause I can do a lot of stuff with vinyl. I can layer some vinyl. I can cut out stuff. I can do all that stuff. But what about the stuff that everybody's wearing? Like, you know what I mean? Like sublimation stuff. Like that's what I want to get into. And then he was like, just do it. Go ahead first. Like, don't hesitate. Just do it. You never know what will come out of it. So I got the place. I rented this place out. And now I have the large vinyl cutter. I have he bought me 2 heat presses, different sizes. One that kind of slide out and the other one is just like the regular guillotine kind of one. Then he bought me a 7720 printer. Like he just bought me all this stuff and was like, go.
That's amazing. And to put it, I guess to compare it to any other scenario, most times as crafters and entrepreneurs, I can't just reduce us to crafters. Entrepreneurship in general, when you have that type of mindset, it is very difficult to have someone who understands, much less supports and encourages, the encourage part, and invest in that type of of endeavor.
Right.
So I'm enthused about your situation, what you have on the cusp of growing, and this is a perfect segue into in the class tonight too. And in a lot of the things that we're doing, we're building business credit. We're gonna start having sessions where we do like a share with Shannon. I just talked about it on the live earlier today.
Yeah.
And we get to vent about the things that, the issues that we have as business owners and growing business, and what are the pitfalls, what do we avoid. And it's a lot of women, and and also a lot of people who are trying to exit their 9 to 5s. So I
Right.
think that
I'm a bus driver, so I'm definitely
yeah, I hear it, and now ain't the time to be around a whole bunch of the people trying to folks trying to send them back to school and all of that. But do me a
that.
favor, babe. Check your email and see if you got the invite, so we can go ahead and download, because we could talk all day.
Yeah. I just my job, I love it, but then it's like right now with this COVID stuff, I'd be so scared
Right,
because I
right.
be thinking like, with it not having symptoms at certain times and stuff like that, I don't want to die. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like I'm okay with like not going to work, and I'm alright with that.
Right.
But the money is where it's at for me as far as my kids. Like I have my son is 19 and my daughter is about to. Where is it? I don't see it.
Oh, well, you got some good help then.
My son, he's more of a he work a lot. He's just like he want to go to work. He want to have his own money. He don't want his mom to do nothing for him. My daughter is the one who's like stuck under me, won't go nowhere. I be like, when are you leaving? When you have plans
All
to move?
right.
Because
You
she,
gonna need her ideas. I'm telling you, the kids. Um, my first innate academy was actually with a whole bunch of my babies. From around the area that would just come and just want to hang around. So I was like, well, they don't have anything to
oh,
do. They want to be around something positive. So I had about 15 kids this summer, and like ever since then, I just called it the academy. And then I retired the brick and mortar store, and I kind of had to regroup my business. Especially after COVID and everything. So then I got to the digital side. I was like, well, I can still have babies. My babies are older now, and
man.
they have their own babies, and so y'all are my design babies, whether y'all know it or not. I'm a proud design mama bear.
Yes, I watch you. I'll be like, oh my God, look at this. Like, I have to get to her level. Like, I swear, I just be like, it's amazing, like, just to learn. Because, like, when I tell you, when he said go, I went. I mean, I bought 13 by 19, 2 or 3 packs of that. I bought 2 or 3 packs of 11 by 17. Like, I went crazy.
Good, good. I mean,
I spent racks. I ain't even gonna lie. He gave me like $10,000 and told me to go.
that's
So I said, don't tell
I
me
know
to
that's
go because
right.
I'm gonna go.
I
Like,
know that's right.
and I mean, from there, it was just like, it's all up here from here. And it's like every day I get like people that come here, do you do the single shirts? And I'm like, no. Like, you know what I mean? Not being funny, but I'm just like, no, I don't do those. Like, and like, why?
Well,
Like,
I'm going to put out a interest meeting. That's what I was working on just now for building business credit, and also for the people, excuse me, who are interested in doing the large format printing and converting one of the
uh-huh.
Epson 44-inch printers, brand new. But it's not a sublimation printer, but I have the kits to turn them into sublimation printers. So
Oh,
so we're gonna go. We're just gonna have an interest meeting first to see, let everybody know what it's gonna cost, how you go about being able to use this purchase for business credit, and if you can't use it for business credit, then it's still taking you along the path of, is this really what you want to do? Large format printing, and then in the meantime, we can transition, because the people who aim to do the large format printing will have certain deals for prints right now. So let's say you can't get into doing large format right now, then we'll have a program where, as long as you're able to press them and get them out in your area, and we can advertise, hey, we have someone in your area that can do the large format printing with the innate style designs, then you'll start getting enough orders in where you'll say, okay, Shannon, I want to get my own printer, and I'm gonna
right.
be right there to help you. Okay, well, this is what you need, X, Y, and Z. And
I'm definitely down. I'm definitely like, here where I am is it's an ideal space because I'm like in the area where I grew up. But like, it's no t-shirt stores within San Francisco at all. You have to go to Oakland. You have to go like out of the city. So
oh,
I just happened to have a table outside yesterday, no, 2 days ago,
mm-hmm.
and I had like these shirts that I did, like just vinyl stuff on it, like different sayings and different little woman empowerment stuff, and I had some that say like "never broke again" and different
Mm-hmm.
stuff. So I put it outside, and this lady walked past, and she was like, "Do you do face masks and stuff like that?" And I was like, "Oh yeah," you know what I mean? Because I know how to sublimate the face masks and stuff like that. I have so many of them that I order. I ordered like every color, 50 of each color.
Right.
So she said, "Do you do those?" And I said, "Yeah." And then she walked inside and she ordered 50 face masks.
You
So I
know
said,
what?
"Okay,
And this is before you even get started, before you even
right."
like really get it open, and that's a powerful story. That's
Yeah,
very
she
powerful.
said, "I want 50." And I was like, "Are you sure?" I said, "Well, let me show you some that I've done, so that you can see, my level of design. You know what I mean? So I'm not just telling you I know how to do something. And because I've had people do that to me, like since I've been branding, trying to brand my stuff, I've had people tell me, "Oh, I know
This is
how to do
before
this and
you
that."
even
And then
get.
I pay 300, 350, $400 for stuff. And I'll be looking at it like, what is this? Like, I can't put
Right.
this outside, or I can't. hang this sign up. It was horrible. Like I was losing money left and right when I first opened this, and it's only been open like a month. Like two doors open where people can walk past, but I still haven't got. I don't open the door where they can just walk in here all day long, just yet, because I'm trying to get all the signs and I'm trying to get everything going. But that lady came here and she said, well, my son has some mental issues and he died in his sleep the other night. And I need some face masks and some t-shirts. And so I'm looking at her like, okay. And then she was like, but I want the one with the cloud and the stairs. And I'm looking at her like, okay, yeah, that sounds like sublimation. And I was like, you talking about like the all over shirts for the funeral? She was like, yeah. And I don't have a car. I can't get to Oakland. And I'm looking at her like, oh my God, like, I don't want to say yeah, you know what I mean? And I really don't know how to do this, like, you know what I mean? Because I know how to get on Silhouette and I design the hell out of a shirt on there. Right. But I don't know how to like add the template behind it so I can see where the stuff goes. I don't know how to do all of that. So I was just sitting here just thinking like, how am I going to pull this off? She was like, please help me. Please. And I was like, I can't. I said, I can't promise you nothing. I said, I'll do something. I'll print it up and show you. But I can't promise you that it's going to look like what you think it's going to look like. So she was like, you know what, at this point, she said, you're a godsend because you right here. And I was like, she started making me feel bad because I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Like,
yeah, that's good pressure though. That's good pressure. Yeah, that's confirmation.
She ordered 30 t-shirts for me, which she wants for Friday. So I'm like, like I'm pulling off my son's birthday and 30 t-shirts. Oh my God. Like,
yes, that's confirmation. You're in the right place and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. I have a similar story. I had, when I first started my brick and mortar, I think it was 2013, and I was setting up at a little shop right next to Subway, and I had junk everywhere. Like I had just moved all of my stuff from storage and from a shed. I was working out of a shed in the woods. So I moved all that stuff to my little brick and mortar, and everything was just everywhere. There was nothing on the walls, no signs, nothing. And this older couple came in, or elderly couple came in, and they were like, do you make signs or banners? And I was like, how would you know from the junk that was sitting on the floor? Like nothing was out, nothing was on display. And I was like, why, yes, I do. I had a really big printer, but it was in the back. They didn't see it. And they asked me to do their church banner where it was this big Bible, and they wanted the words on there for their prayer for their particular church. And it was just this immediate, like, how would you know that I did that? And I have boxes everywhere. There's nothing that shows you what I do. And that is confirmation. That was immediately. I was so afraid to open that store. I was so afraid to sign that lease. I was so afraid. And it was confirmation right then and there.
And the man was like, are you okay? And I was like, no. And he was like, why? He said, you're going to do good here. And it's like everybody that come in here, they say the same thing. You're going to do good here. Even though, all this stuff is going on, people are dying every day. There's birthday parties every day. And there's a lot of things that you can do. And I'm like, outside of just doing signs and stuff, I really haven't even transitioned to signs yet. But I do banners. I know how to do all of that stuff. But I taught myself how to do it like through using Silhouette or through using like the smaller scope of things. Like that's how I taught myself how to do it. So when it comes to moving on to the bigger things, is what kind of had me nervous. I was like, okay.
This is going to be perfect then. So this project today is going to signify the first thing that you can. This is what I want you to do. I know you're going to make one for yourself, and for your son. But I also want you to make sure that you make a sample for your store. Every time you make something really fire, make a sample, because what you're doing right now is you're embarking on a whole new type of product. So every time you get something that you think looks really good, don't say, "Oh, I'll make a sample later." Do it when you're making these shirts, and just do it on a youth extra small or a youth small shirt. And what'll happen is you'll have a whole collection of youth small shirts that look even with a 13 by 19 print, it's going to look all over. Or even if you do all over, it's going to look really good because it's a small shirt. Takes up less ink, less paper, right? And you're just going to have those samples as you go and start building your samples, just like you built your templates and your tools and the processes that you're going to work with.
Okay, so I signed into this thing here.
Okay, go ahead, hit start course, because I want you to go ahead and download that template.
Start course. I was just like, oh my God, that lady had me nervous. She just called me a little while ago. I'm trying to find some more shirts. She didn't want to pay me, for the shirts. Okay, so where do I go to download this? Where say all
Let's go to the last file, the last thing there, where it has a PSD at the end.
this?
Mm-hmm. And this kind of shows people also how the academy looks from the inside.
It is nice. Cause I was looking at
You're
that,
working
I was
on
like, I kept on saying, I'm gonna pay that $60.
it.
But then all
Well,
this
so
birthday
it
stuff
just
started.
worked out for you that you're gonna be able to attend the class anyway. Look at that.
Yes, I was just telling him, I said, when I'm sitting here and I'm working and I get kind of stuck, I always go to YouTube and just watch like you got more, like I've seen so much of your content, like I watch your content so much to where when your videos pop on, I'll be sleeping, I wake up, I'm like, wait a minute, chill. Like, my husband be like, are you serious right now? Like, we sleep. I'll be like, I don't care. I'll be up in the middle of the night, like in my head. I wake up, I dreaming about stuff that I could do. Like I've been thinking, like, what if I put this on there? Would it be like that? Or like all the time.
Yeah, and
It's
that's
crazy.
exactly how I describe learning Photoshop. Photoshop, anything you can think of, anything you can dream of, you can create because it's just a matter of problem solving. Like how, if you wanted to have a fish floating in the sky, how do you make it look like that? You can make it happen. It's Photoshop. So absolutely, this is the program to learn. This is the time to learn, the time to put yourself out there and really grow your business, especially when we have the opportunity, to be at home more.
Right. And right now, I still work. I've worked all the way through the pandemic.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
my job is just, all they're doing is cutting some of the routes, but they're not taking us off. They furlough us, every now and then,
right.
but they don't really take us off. But it's crazy because now they work as 10 and 12-hour shifts,
Ooh,
like straight
Lord.
every
Yeah, because
day.
they have to
So
space it out more.
right. So I got to a point where I was like, you know what? I told him, I went to him, I said I can work in the morning and that's it. Like for morning hours, I come down, I come in at 3 o'clock if I have to and knock the morning hours down. But after that, my time is not here like anymore. Because once it get 3 o'clock, I'm not thinking about this place no more. I'm thinking about what my job is going to be, when I get off and where I'm going to my office to do. Because I feel like getting decor and stuff together in here. Walls, I just put up the pegboard walls
Oh,
behind my bed so I can hang up and I bought like these really nice canvas things. I'm gonna put some of the t-shirts on to put behind me. And then I ordered this big giant sign because my business name is Your Majesty Custom Creations.
mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to kind of turn this in. It's like really like elegant in here. It's not really bright. It's darker setting, and then because it's Your Majesty, I wanted to kind of stand out as like really pretty and elegant colors and
Yeah,
all of that.
like regal.
But
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So like the girl who came in and did some branding for me, she took it to another level. When I saw my logo, I was like, wow, like it's really happening. It kind of brought me to tears when I saw it because I was like, this is what I was talking about. Like my vision is coming to light now. You know what I mean? At first it was just like, you ain't gonna be able to do that. You can't do that. You can't afford that. Why are you trying that? Like you're stupid. You're spending all your money on this. And I'm just thinking in my head, like, why does my dream have to be stupid? You know what I mean? Like,
You just
it was so much.
you have to get out of your own way. And I
Yeah,
think that you're coming into your own, and this is about to be a beautiful process. I can't wait to witness it.
I can't
Seriously, this
wait.
is a big deal. Hey, love, do me a
It's
favor. Let's you said if you wanted to do like a Gucci theme, is there any? Do you want to put like a Gucci print in it anywhere? Because if that's the case, while this is downloading, it's only gonna take a couple more minutes, but we can go ahead and
mhm.
grab our background kind of.
Yeah, we can put some Gucci in.
Okay. So matter of fact, show me the shoes if you pulled it up. I think you have the varsity gold open right there. Show me what those shoes
Yeah,
look like.
I do. Let me close these out. Too much stuff open.
I think I saw it in one of those tabs. I don't know if you saved it though.
I didn't. It was I closed it out, but I'll open it again. Hold on. let's just make another. This right here. There you go. Right here. You see
Okay,
him?
cool. All right, so what I want you to do, go to images. And matter of fact, let me turn my marker on. Because this is what I do. I draw on the screen. If you haven't had a chance to do, this is your first one-on-one, right?
Yeah.
So you'll see I get to draw on your screen. So go right here to images.
Oh, I'm like,
You see me drawing on it?
yeah, I saw it.
Okay, and then we're gonna look for like just a good image that we can pick colors from. And typically, I'm looking for something that I can kind of bring the isolated image out. Now, is the gold more like this kind of? It's like a yellowish, orangish gold, like an old athletic gold.
Yeah.
Okay, I want you to go right here to. Well, we'll just grab one of these. Let's grab one of these as isolated. So I think this one works right here. I want you to right click on that image.
Say
And
it.
I want you to open link in a new tab.
Okay.
And
Oh,
then
I
we'll go
see.
to the new tab now. Go to that one.
This here?
This tab right here. I don't know. Can you see okay when I'm circling on the screen? Because it might even be a
I
little
can see
blurry.
it. I can see it. It's pink. There it is.
All right. So now we're going to right click on the image here. And we're just going to save image as. And I want you to save it like usually when we do a session, even when we do class. So when we get off of here, I want you to look over the rules for the class and make sure you
Uh,
have a folder that says Innate Academy. This is going to be 001. So
okay.
that way, whatever we're doing, we put in that folder for that session. And then once you're done and you take a nap and come back to life, because you know we get drained when we do design sometimes. You'll have
Oh yeah.
everything there in that folder that we worked on for the day.
Okay.
All right. So did it save somewhere? Does it like automatically go to a download or?
It doesn't normally open up and what the heck? I guess it was always down over here. I guess it's gonna do it. There you
Okay. It was just thinking a little bit. It's okay.
go. Okay, so you said make a file? I mean make a working.
And this is a web P file. It doesn't save, it won't open in Photoshop, the web P files. So let's do this. Go cancel there. And let's go back to the tab and we need to find one that's not a WebP folder. Because I mean a WebP file. We can open it in Paint and transform it to a JPEG. That's what I do if I really want it. But there's too many images here. And all we're doing is picking colors from them. It's not like you're putting, or do you want to put the shoe? No, you don't want to put the shoe on there. Yeah, I was gonna say if it like sometimes the kids like the shoes on the shirt. So
Yeah.
say we could cartoon the shoe.
Mm-hmm.
But let's just pick one of these. Try no, that's the same House of Heat Soul Collector. Just pick one of these. Maybe that one with the yellow background will do.
This one here.
All we're gonna do is just use it to pick colors. And
Right.
the idea when you're making sneaker match tees is kind of to have an image of the sneaker in mind, and
Mm-hmm.
then or on actually on your canvas, and then you can pick from those colors and adjust them accordingly because they're never just going to be what you want them to be.
Right.
So let's see. Will it allow you to right click on that image? Just hit save image as. We'll just save the thumbnail because we're just using it as a color swatch.
Okay.
And then go ahead and make your folder on the desktop um, for today's session. And that way we can put everything on that folder in the desktop.
I want to write it myself. I will forget. Like, what is
Yeah,
that?
I have to label things as I go too.
You said make it on the desktop?
Yeah, and then that way you can move it off the desktop whenever we're done.
Oh, that's
Then
fine.
that way, yep, you can go right there to the desktop. And the way you make a new folder, you can right click anywhere. And when you right click on you can right click in any white space and it will say new, and then folder.
When you say name it, what do I name it?
Let's name it. Just you could put innate lab 101 or something like that that makes you remember this is your 101 session. And I
Yeah.
even got to start putting like the dates of when I do things in the title.
Okay. I think that'd be better because
And this is what
today.
August 11th, yeah, 8/11/2020.
Yeah. 'Cause,
There we go. And then that way, once you have your little collection, you can start using those to create your own organization of your art files. So
yeah.
yeah, let's go ahead and save varsity shoe there, and let's go ahead and open the file down here for the Photoshop file. And it looks like it downloaded twice, so you'll have it.
Yeah,
You'll
it
have
is.
another version,
It's fine.
and it may take a little while to open. It is a rather large file. And if you find that your computer just kind of like it feels like it's pushing too hard sometimes, it might be the computer. But uh, in this case, I think everything is going smooth so far. So far, so good.
Yeah, I just bought this deal. Maybe it's a touchscreen deal. I bought it maybe about 7 months ago.
Okay, well that's good.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is the first like big stuff that I downloaded to it. Most of it is just like stuff from when I do like chip bags and
Right. So
um
I would definitely also recommend that you get a like external hard drive, or like I use
I have
Google
one.
Drive.
I have one right here.
Okay, perfect. Yeah,
Brand new.
because these files get real hefty, especially when
Yeah,
you start collecting them.
right. I have one right here that I bought. It's 2 tip TV.
Hmm.
I bought
Oh, that's
in
good. Yeah,
about
that'll last you a little minute. Two
yeah
terabytes.
yeah
Yeah, I just started using up 2 terabytes, and I save all my files. So you're gonna definitely be able to grow into 2 terabytes.
yeah. This is like I save some stuff like that I do like mainly like the pictures of what I do, but I
Hmm.
try to like most of the stuff after I'm done with it. If it's not something that I actually bought, then I don't save them because it's like it be taking up too much space.
Hmm. Yeah, I need to start learning that because it's almost like it's easier to just Google again than to
Yeah.
than to try to
It is.
save all that
Like,
stuff.
I have all stuff and they be like, dang, I know I had it. Then he's scrolling looking for it. I'm
Uh
like, oh
huh.
my God. I am not good with ordering that one thing that all that putting it in the folders. I gotta get with it because that's something I be having stuff everywhere. I just gotta type in what I put in there and they be like, okay, there you
Yeah.
go.
Well, the good thing about like when you save it, like when I save my stuff to Google Drive, it actually helps me to search for things as well. So now, no
Yeah,
matter what folder I put it in, I just go to the drive and I just start typing in. Like if I was looking for something I was doing that had the Versace look, I would type in Versace. I was like, I know I would have named it something with Versace in it.
right. Something here. Yeah,
So that's what this one is. It's kind of that Versace kind of Baroque feel to it, that gold and black type of design, but we can play with it and add some other elements. So let's see the gold. I think the that yellow is gonna look really good, yellow and black. And is there anything else that you want to put on it? Do you want to put a picture of him like on there? How old is he?
19.
Oh, so he's a big boy. So he wants his to look fly. He don't want no little, little 8-year-old birthday party shirt.
He and the crazy part is even what he want, he don't know. So it's like it's
Well,
he's
this is gonna be a
surprised.
good one.
So
Well, we definitely have to change the theme up a little bit because this is for his birthday.
yeah,
But the idea is still the same of what we'll be doing.
right.
So that should be opening up real soon. I see it thinking down there at the bottom. Let me clear the markers off the screen.
Yeah, that's big. 66 business as well. 54. That's definitely huge.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So he's turning 19. Is he? Is there any? So Gucci is the theme, or it's just
Yeah,
like you want
his
something
birthday
kind of
party.
designer inspired?
No, everything. His birthday party. He got the throne chair with the Gucci throne chair. He has the cake. the cupcakes, the whole nine. His candy apple.
Show me something that because I know you designed it all. So show me something that you used for that. Did you use like the Gucci print, like the brown and light tan kind of Gucci print, or what did you use?
I did, but you know what I did this time since I had like this big shirt order and all this stuff. I just bought it. I didn't design it this time.
Oh, you just bought the rolls of fabric. Okay,
No,
so do
I
me.
just went and I bought like for the chip bags and all that stuff. I just bought like from Etsy, and then I went out and I bought like green, red, and yellow fabric for the back for my wall, and then I did like for the tables. I made like these little things with his face on it. It's like plate. It's like you can take a plastic plate, you put the little circle in the middle, and you can see his face on it. So if you eat, the paper won't come off.
Gotcha.
I did so much stuff. It's crazy. And
Okay,
it's like,
well, let's use that as a theme then. Do me a favor, go to your I want you to go to the browser again. We're gonna download two more things. So one is we got the color of the shoes for you. And then so his shirt is actually going to be the Gucci theme, like with the green and red and gold kind of deal.
be that, or it could be that khaki red and green.
Okay, so look up Gucci, and then we're gonna pull a color palette from that. So look up just something. Just look up Gucci. I'm sure you're gonna find something that
Yeah, that's
is
where I went to find all of the stuff that I got.
There you go.
The Gucci HD backgrounds. It's like this first one. It's like this. This is the whole party thing.
All right, perfect. Let's go ahead and click on that. Open that up and see. Looks like it's an HD wallpaper too, so that'll work out perfect. And just for anyone watching, we have a couple folks watching us. This is for personal use. Just putting that disclaimer out there. So yeah, she's gonna design something for her in her not so little one anymore birthday. Okay, so I want you to right click on this image. And I'm going to show you how I test it and make sure it's really high resolution. I right click, I go to open image in a new tab. And then when I open it in a new tab, that's when I check it. And I vet my images before I actually download them. So you can go to that tab. And it looks pretty good. It's going to look like fabric. I like that you can see the fabric through it. I really like that as a matter of fact. So let's right click on it. And save image as.
Yeah, it is. I like that you can see like the ripples.
Yeah, I think that's going to be cool. You know, it's always something we run into that we didn't expect to. So that one's going to save in just a little bit. But what I want you to do, yeah, go ahead and save it in that folder there. And then we're probably going to close out of the Chrome just because it's going to eat up some resources and make things run a little slow. So that's all we need, right? Well, wait a minute. We need one more thing. Are we going to put any images on there of him or photo?
I have pictures of him.
Okay. So do you have the photos already cut out, the background cut out?
Did I put them on the BG?
If not, then we'll go ahead and do that right now while we have the browser open. Because what I want to do is I want to go ahead and close the browser down, and then we can get to the meat and potatoes of the Photoshop.
Okay, we can close this because it's not on here anyway. Wait, let me go to my what you call it.
You might need to go to remove BG just to.
I sent them the two that I sent when I
Okay, yeah, let me check that.
On here.
Let's see. I download them, but you know we're doing it on your computer, so even if I download them, it
Let me, because those pictures, they are so deep into my computer, I have to resend them to myself and all of that because they're on my phone.
Now all you have to do check your sent. Oh, you sent it from your phone?
Yeah, I sent it directly, like, and I don't think I saved them. So
okay, I was gonna say if you send it from your email, you know you can go to your sent items from your email and it will be there.
Yeah.
And it, you know, it'll already be on the computer.
Okay. In this outfit, he had on Gucci shoes.
Oh, already with the thing.
Homecoming, he took his sister to homecoming. He didn't want her to go with nobody else. So he made her go with him.
That's a good brother. She
wasn't happy.
You know what? We act like that. I realize that when I used to act embarrassed about my dad doing stuff like that, that I really was kind of excited to have that. Like I would
Right.
kill for that now for my daddy to embarrass the mess out of me to
Right. My
so a
brother,
dude wouldn't approach me.
my brother, be like, "Who, you know her?" I just be like, oh, he just my friend. Like, dude, he'd be like, whatever. Like,
Yeah, it's a good thing. It's a good thing.
where is it? I don't know if I got it in here. I'm gonna just send it. Yeah. I don't want to do all that. Let me see. It'll take me a half a second.
Okay.
Cause they right here in my cause I got so many pictures of him, but a lot of pictures he don't like to look at the screen, and I'll be like, look, I can't do nothing with you. You're not gonna look at the at the picture, at the camera. Here it is. Yeah, let's go with it. Okay, I got it. Okay. He's gonna cry when he see all this stuff he got tomorrow.
Mm.
Cause he is something else. He is a Leo and he loves
Oh, I
stuff.
forgot it is Leo season. Oh Lord.
Yes. He is a Leo and he is something else. I tell you. He loves money and clothes and yeah, he's something else. You'll see when you open up this picture. There he is.
Oh yes, that's gonna go perfect. And the red too. So yeah, that's definitely gonna go perfect.
Yeah,
So
that's
we will have to pull it in to remove BG, but it shouldn't take it any time at all to remove that background. But I think
yeah.
that's gonna work out really great.
That man is something else. I'm gonna just say I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna put it in here too, just so I know what it is. Who's singing outside? What is going on?
Is that what it was?
Yeah, somebody outside in front just blowing their little heart out. Who is that? It's a little girl walking past my shop. It's very busy right here on this street until it get nighttime and then there's nobody outside.
Yeah. All right, so we got the photo, we have our image that we're going to use for the pattern, and we just need to
I
pull
was
that image into remove BG and go ahead and. Oh, there's another one that's cute too. Go ahead and grab that one. I guess I can't say cute. It's so handsome. You know, they don't like to be called cute anymore once they get past a certain age.
and I still call him Baby Anthony. He be so mad. He be like, Mama.
Uh huh.
He be like, stop calling me that. I be like, that's Anthony too. All right.
Okay, so now you know that if you know about remove BG, you already know the drill. It ain't it.
More about BG. Can I close? I don't need all this stuff open, right? But,
Yeah, actually, you can close all that stuff down and just do a remove BG tab.
right. I'm like, I got a lot of stuff open up here. I'm gonna make sure I'm doing nothing I'm supposed to close. What's this? It's the new image. Okay, let's close that. I don't need that.
And I don't know if you have to keep Zoom open because I don't know if Zoom is on the computer or Zoom is going through the tab right
I
now.
don't know. I have it on there, but I'll just leave it there just in case because I don't want to. I'll go there. I'm gonna move these. I'm gonna say, I know I go there a lot. So highlight it. Let's just find it. What are you talking about? Where is she in there? What is? Okay. Oh, this ain't take this long. I'll just need to make it.
It might be timing out as far as the internet because we're using a lot of resources. That's why I was telling you to, close down as many windows as possible because Photoshop plus Zoom
Got
is,
close
taking
up.
up a lot of.
Okay, so let's try again. Yes. Oh, yeah, I took this long hand and I think I bought credits.
No, I've seen that before. It happens sometimes. Try it, y'all. I was gonna say try it again and see.
It comes right here. What the heck? Okay. Nothing wrong with that picture.
Yeah, it has something to do probably with the with the internet connection. Do me a favor, close that Zoom tab up there and see if that helps out.
Okay. Let's cancel this. Everything closed out. Let me see. Let me just log in too. Maybe that chat button. I don't know. What's taking so long? It doesn't ever take this long. I be moving out here. Collide account for new BG. What is that?
I don't know. I guess it's a whole nother suite of programs and things that you can use. Unscreen.com is probably has something to do with removing the background from videos. I would think. I don't know.
Yeah.
So it's saying could not connect the recapture service, and usually that has something to do with do an incognito window. Come up here to these options. And what? Oh, you know what? What browser is this?
This is Microphone. What is
Try
that?
try Firefox or Chrome because it may be having it may be having a compatibility issue with the browser because normally it's something to do with the internet. When it's telling you that and it doesn't have a capture, a capture is normally one of those things that you type in whatever it's trying to scramble up, and there isn't one on here. So the fact that it's saying that is a little weird.
Right. Cool. Let me just close this one. Close it. Yeah, something weird right now. We want to do this now. What the heck is that? Hold on.
Now, what we can do, if it's taking a little time in the meantime, we can go ahead and go to our Photoshop file and kind of pull in our background element because we know we already have that ready.
Okay.
And then, like I said, it might be an internet issue. We're doing Zoom while we're doing Photoshop, so it's probably taking up some internet, and it might be a little too resource intensive. But if I can show you how to do everything but change out the photo, you already know how to change out the photo, right? So if we get hung up on that because we can't cut out the background, then you'll be able to cut out the background when we get off the internet so that it's not making it slow for you.
Okay. We can do that. But I just wanted to see if we could do it over here. Not. I'll just go ahead and close it out. What the hell?
Because it looks
Yeah.
like it might even be a little frozen right now. Okay, it
Yeah.
opened up. See if you can go to remove by BG and see what happens. There we go.
I was just go ahead and just go inside. Forget it. Oh, Quick.
Let's see. Moment of truth. Yep, there we go. So, and you can go ahead and do the other one too. Now, I want to show you a trick. Go ahead and open up your folder. You see your Windows Explorer down there? Open that folder and go to your desktop.
Open this.
Yeah, just click on it and it'll open up your Windows
Oh
Explorer.
yeah. Mouse.
Oh, look like you was getting a little jumpy clicking on stuff like I do and probably clicked on it about 3 times.
Oh,
I just want you to go to your desktop there.
this.
And actually, you see your folders right there. See how it's in the shortcuts because we used it often? So you can go to your Innate Lab folder. And then I want you to make this window a little bit smaller. Like you know how right now it's really big. Go ahead and, I don't know if you pull it from the side or what you do on your end, but make this window be about this size because it's going to come in handy for Photoshop and for Remove BG.
So
kind of take the top. I think I just did it inadvertently on my end. So take the top and pull it down a little bit. Take it by this top bar and just pull it down. There you go. See how now it's smaller? And yeah. I want you to, let's click out of this one because this one we don't need open. All right. And I want you to drag it. So this is the other image. I want you to drag it and drop it right here onto the Remove BG window. And then let it go.
Just told me something.
Yeah. So you don't even have to keep it in that low. So that's perfect. And if you wanted to, you could do the same thing for the shoe. I just, well, you're not using the, I don't know why I keep thinking you want to use the picture of the shoe. So now we have what we need to pull in. So let's go ahead and click on the Remove BG window, just anywhere on this window. And we're going to go ahead and download. There's not much of a difference. If you see, there's not much of a difference between the regular resolution and the high resolution. So just choose whichever one you want to download. I mean, the free one there is almost as good as the high resolution. So I wouldn't even waste the credit on that.
Okay. I could just download it.
And then whenever you're ready, you got both of them?
You said open to photos?
No, just say, let's save the file.
Okay. All right, okay.
And it's probably saving it to your downloads folder.
Okay. Probably close now?
Yep, now you can close down the internet. All right, so where it went is probably to your downloads folder. So go to your downloads folder just to see if that's where it went.
Yeah.
All right, and I want you to click this top one, and then I want you to hold down Control, and then click the next one. Okay, that means we have both of them selected. I want you to hit Control X, and that's going to cut. Hold down Control, then hit X. And then I want you to go to your Innate Lab folder.
X. I can let go of the Control now?
Yep, you can let go now. And then click anywhere, right click anywhere, I'm sorry, and do paste. There we go. All right. So here's the beautiful thing. What we're going to do right now is go through the steps. And as a matter of fact, you're going to go through these more in depth in the class tonight. But I'm going to show you quickly how we'll change this out. So I want you to right click on the image. It's supposed to be a 10-minute tee, right? So I'm going to show you how to do this as if it were your customer and you were doing quick change outs. I want you to right click on the image. And right here, I'm just putting an X on Cardi's face. You can right click on that. And then, well, are you right clicking on the image? Because it should give you some different. Oh, I know why. We need to be on the move tool. You see up here at the top left? Can you grab that little cross arrows? That's your move tool. Now right click on that X. All right, and it tells you everything that you're touching right now. So we want to grab this photo group. We're going to select that.
This one.
Yep. And then I want you to see it's going to take you over to your photo group over on your left-hand side. You see how it just took us to photo group?
Yeah.
All right, so this is how it works when you bring pictures in. Whatever you're touching, whatever active layer you have, it's going to bring your image in right on top of that layer, okay? So we're going to try this out. We're going to open up our Windows Explorer window there, that little folder. And just like we held down Control, we have both of those selected. We're going to drag them and drop it like it's hot right onto the artboard. And it'll turn into a plus sign and start loading. Okay, now see what it did? It went up under this color layer, but that's fine. I want you to make it a little bit bigger. Take this little corner and pull it out.
Oh, I see.
Well, right now it's this huge gradient going on over everything.
Yeah.
Make it about the size that you think you'll like it to be. We can always resize it later. And once you get it to the size you want it, hit enter to lock it in.
Oh, where'd it go? Oh, you gotta hit it into your shrink all the way down. I don't want them that little. I want to be able to see them. You say enter?
Yep, hit enter. And then it'll start trying to pull in the other image. And same thing, you'll pull that one to the size that you want it.
Oh, that one found it big. I can see it.
And then we're going to turn that gradient layer off next so we can see all the colors and what's going on here. Hey y'all, it looks like we have a couple more guests here. We're just doing a little one-on-one and getting ready for this class tonight. So we have class at 8, so it's already a little past 7, but we're going to go ahead and make sure that we have our basics done, and then this is actually going to help you out for tonight.
Yes.
All right, so when you get it, you got it what size you wanted. Did you hit enter?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. So you locked in the size. All right, so the next thing I want you to do, I want you to right click anywhere. Just right click where that X is, because I'm touching this gradient here. Right click there, and I want you to go to the gradient fill, copy one.
This one?
The top one. I guess that'd be, oh great, I'm sorry, copy 2. What did I say? Copy 1. Gradient fill 1, copy 2. Okay, let's go ahead and turn that eyeball off, because we want to turn off the visibility, see what it looks like without that gradient.
Oh, wow.
All right, so now we get to see some of the true colors coming through. We also have another gradient back there. That's fine for right now. A matter of fact, let's go ahead and remove it. So click right here again. I still see another gradient. So we're going to click there again. And already it's starting to come to life.
Yes.
All right, so now we'll go to this gradient fill. And watch how it's just gonna jump you to it. So you don't have to sift through all these layers. You know how hard it is when you have a whole bunch of layers trying to find something over there by words and by them tiny little icons. Okay, so that's that one. I want you to scroll down just a little bit here so we can see what's affecting the layers below it. Okay. And right now we have an effect on here. I want you to turn on this color effect right here, because that's black. We're going to make it be black, and then we'll come back and change it to crazy colors if we want. So there's actually, it's not, you don't see it. There's a little eyeball right here for color overlay. So click where that eyeball would be if it was there, and it'll turn it on. Right there. It's a little odd, but yeah, click right there. Will it let you click like right where the eyeball would be?
Okay, there you go.
Okay. Just give it a little second to update. So that's what it looks like with the black. And then finally we have one more gradient overlay. So let's turn that eyeball off.
This one?
And then immediately, let's go ahead and change this text, because since we have a grown-up little one on the screen, we can change that text out. So what do you want it to say?
His name is Anthony. So
Okay. So I want you to double click on one of these letters, and I'll say the A because it's the one right in the middle. Just double click on it. And give it a little second. Now, you don't have this font, and that's fine. Let's just go to replace for right now. And then you're going to need a little minute. So we will have to close this one out in a little bit so that you can go ahead and go download your fonts and everything for the session tonight. And you can just use any font there, but if you want to see where your fonts are, you have your character here. You can come over here to Myriad Pro and change that out to something else.
I don't know if I like the grip, but not that one. I like that.
And then you can go ahead now that when it's highlighted like this, you can type in his name over that, and it'll replace that text.
Okay. That's cute. I like the one you had.
That one, and like I said, when you get off of this session, you'll go to the instructions for the class tonight, and it shows you what font you're going to need to download. It has the link for it and all. I just don't want to risk opening that that browser up again because it seemed like it was kind of slowing you down. So let's just go ahead and type over it. So go ahead and put Anthony if you're going to put his name on it. Just start typing. Okay, and then this way later on in class, you'll be able to have the fonts and change that out and everything. Okay, so let's just leave that. I'm just trying to get your elements together because we're going to end up flipping a lot of this stuff. All right, I also want you to go ahead. Let's right click on the Cardi image again. Right click on it. Oh, you know what? We need to be on the move tool. It ended up putting us on the text tool. All right, so yeah, right click back on that image and we'll go to the photo group. And we're going to turn off the eyeball for the photo group. So now it's just him. Okay. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, scroll all the way down to the bottom, and we are going to replace the patterns with the Gucci print. So scroll down. Or if you want to know, the matter of fact, if you didn't know where it was, right? Let's say, because I know where it is, but let's say you didn't know where it was, right click on this wet kind of image. Right click on that. And it'll tell you this is wet. So click on wet. And see how I took you down here to where wet is. Now I want you to stay on this layer, and now you're going to drag in your Gucci print, okay? So go to your folder. And let's take that Gucci print and drag and drop it like it's hot right there onto the artboard.
There you go.
Did it turn into a plus sign? Did it drop it on there?
I don't see anything. I don't know.
It looks like it's thinking. You might need to just give it a second just in case. No, it didn't do it. Go back to the folder because it looks like it went back into the folder. So go back to the folder for a second.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you know another thing it's already saved as a different one. It saved it with the one on it. Okay, it's in there. It looks like it dragged it in there somewhere. I think I can't see it right now, but let's go ahead and make it a little larger. So let's grab one of those corners and make it a little bit bigger.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah, it's just taking a little while to render it. You see how it's already replacing that Gucci print is already kind of doing its thing.
It's replacing the wet.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute.
Okay, and then once you get it to size, go ahead and yeah, stretch it out to this to pretty much where you don't see the wet anymore. So go ahead and stretch it out, and then we're gonna duplicate it again and make sure that it makes it all the way to the top. You don't have to make it so big because sometimes you make it so big that you're gonna see the little pixels in it. So let's see. I think that's good. Keep going just a little bit bigger because I think we'll be able to make it all the way up there to the neckline.
Okay, now. So I go right here and book.
Go ahead. Well, you don't want to. Yeah, go ahead and make it a little bit bigger there because you want to go all the way to the bleed area.
Okay.
So do control minus and you can start zooming out a little bit. Hold down control and hit minus.
Control and minus.
Yeah, just one time. It'll zoom you out a little bit so you can see what you're working with. There you go. And that looks good. Go ahead and hit enter. That looks really good.
Nice.
Oh, he's going to love this. And he can wear his Gucci shoes with him too. He got a reason to wear his Gucci shoes again. All right. So that's the top. And you also notice there's some at the bottom. So what I would do, I'm going to tell you to hold down Alt. Then I want you to click and drag that image down and it's going to make a copy of it. So hold down Alt.
Alt.
Yep, click and drag. Just push it down. Push it on down.
I'm moving.
And then let it go. It's probably the processor just taking a little time. But you see what it did?
Oh my goodness.
Yes, you're almost there. All right, so we have our images, we have our text change. We brought in that the Gucci print, and let's say I liked how the Gucci print had that little red and green. Let's do this. I want you to open up that folder again, and we're gonna get just that little ribbon part of the Gucci. So open up your folder. It might just be taking its little time. So what we should be doing is saving right now too. So remind me to do that. Go to your innate lab folder, and we're gonna grab. I think is that the one that's the yeah, that's the Gucci print there. Just click on it or right click on it. I'm sorry.
This image is huge. It's like,
Yeah, you might have to get the computer checked too to make sure you have enough RAM and see if maybe you have to do like some kind of virus software or something like that to kind of make it run a little more fast or a little bit faster. So we right click on it. We're looking for open with. So where open with is right here.
this one or the top
Open,
one.
I'm sorry, open with. I don't know why that marker's up there. So open with. And then choose not Photoshop Express. Go to choose another app, and this is probably not an option because you never use Photoshop to do this, but now it's going to start training your computer to use Photoshop to open these things.
Okay.
And then it's going to give you an app option here in just a moment.
Yeah. It has. I have an appointment to put it in just to get it serviced. Woo.
It might. There we go. So I want you to scroll down on this list.
This.
Mm-hmm. Keep scrolling to see if Photoshop doesn't pop up. I want you to hit more apps. There you saw Photoshop. Scroll back up.
This one?
Yep, that's it. And then you can do always use this app to open JPEG files. And from here on out, you've trained your computer to open JPEGs in Photoshop. So you don't have to do that ever again for JPEGs. But you might have to do it for PNGs and other type of files. So basically, until you train your computer that Photoshop's going to be your default image software, then you'll have to tell it that. So it should be opening up in just a little bit.
I can
And
close this.
not yet. I think, as a matter of fact, we need to drag that shoe into there.
Yes.
But we can do that later because I don't think we're gonna have enough time to.
Okay.
Because we kind of running low on time. But it's okay. We'll do the shoe later. Matter of fact, we'll do that in class tonight. So go ahead and yeah, you can close this folder down now. And I want you to take this rectangular marquee here on the top left. And I want you to be real strategic and draw a box around that little ribbon. Or just the green, because we're going to put it in the middle. And if it's a little too much, it's okay. We can always clean it up. And matter of fact, cut it a little bit short when you make it. Go ahead. Keep going. I'm sorry. And then you'll pull it down a little bit. And just fall just a little bit short. Matter of fact, fall the same amount that you're over at the top, fall that much short at the bottom. So keep pulling it down. Little bit more. Little bit more. That's good right there. And let it go. Now I want you to use your down arrow key because you're going to inch that down just a little bit. So just keep hitting the down arrow till all you're getting is the green. Yeah. One more time. That's perfect. Now I want you to hit Control C to copy. Okay. Come on back over to your artboard for the template. And this time I want you to be on top of all of this stuff because we want to put this on top. Well, no, not necessarily. We'll go with it right here. Go ahead and hit Control V. And Control V means to paste.
V.
Control V is in Victor. And as a matter of fact, you got to click on your move tool, I think, to get out of that. Or maybe it did put it in there. It says layer 1. Okay, it did it. It's taking a little while for it to show up. So I want you to, on this layer 1, you see it? I want you to click on layer 1 and then hit Control T. Control T stands for transform. We're going to transform it. And it'll pop up somewhere. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to rotate it 90 degrees. So go ahead and type in 90 up there at the top.
Here.
Mm-hmm. All right, and then next thing we're going to do is we're going to make it bigger. So we want it to come from the top of here to the bottom of this chain, and then we'll have that cool little vertical, that Gucci band right down the middle.
Yeah, pull it down.
Uh-huh. And we're just making it bigger. As big as you want it, like as wide as you want the ribbon to be, it doesn't matter if you make it bigger than this, it's only going to crop it inside of that black part right there. Because we have a layer mask on it right now.
Okay.
Actually, it's not going to crop it to that. It's going to crop it to the outside of that. So yeah. So go ahead and keep pulling this up till you see it pop out the top up there.
Okay. So drag it to the top?
Yep. Resize it. Yeah. Until you see it start coming out the top. All right. And go ahead and hit enter.
Oh, I see.
Okay, so now what we're able to do is, because you're not going to see that, that's where the collar is, so you're not going to see that anyway, right? We want this to be on top of that. So we're going to take this, matter of fact, double click on the word layer 1, and we're going to change this. Double click on layer 1 over here in the layers panel. I don't know if you see me over here. Double click on the word layer 1. And then put ribbon, RIBBON. That way we'll know it's the ribbon.
Here I go.
All right. And now we're going to drag this ribbon and drop it in this group 4 folder. See what happens.
Over here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, duh. Expand that folder. We need to move it out of that folder. I don't know why it didn't show up in this folder. I've got a lot of layer mask going on, as you can see. So take this ribbon, we're going to drop it above the folder. Now the difference in dropping it in the folder means it's going to be clipped to the existing mask, but right there. When it turns to that double line, let it go. And now it's on top. Oh, it's on underneath this. So let's take this ribbon and drag it up again. Go ahead and pull it up. This time, pull it right there. Let it go. Okay, and see how it cropped it into this little blue area? That's because we're using that as a clipping mask. So now you have the ribbon kind of cropped in there. You can bring your images and resize them. You can make the image go the entire way up and down if you want to. That was just a little suggestion of mine to kind of bring the ribbon into it as well.
I like it.
Yeah, I think you're doing a great job. Now go ahead, save. So do File, Save, or do Control S.
Do Control S.
Okay, and we're going to go ahead and save this as is because I need you to go ahead and get your because normally when we have a class you have to have your stuff done 2 hours before class, so you only have like maybe 30 minutes to get it together, and that's if you don't need to eat. So go ahead, let's save this, and then when we do our course tonight, you're basically going to be able to finish this up, and we're going to do some cool stuff. We're going to use a web app to cartoon him as well to see if you like the different cartoon versions, and I'll show you how to play with that.
Okay.
And then be thinking about also what you want to do. So for the where the animal print is right now, I don't know if you want to keep the animal print. I like it, but he may not like it. So maybe you want to do solid color there. So maybe you want to put the red there, or we'll find something else to kind of put in that area.
Maybe you could find a little GG. I don't know. I'll think about it.
Yeah, just something that kind of that complements the current pattern. It can be something contrasting. It could be something like totally like maybe it's the reverse of it where it's the brown with the lighter print on it.
Yeah.
But you could also do a solid color. You could just do the, you know how you said you wanted to have the khaki color. You can just do the solid khaki color if you want to. So we're going to show you in class tonight how you're going to really just make this whole thing your own. If you want to add the red, the little pop of red in there, we can make the red in his jacket a little darker to match the Gucci red, and then maybe put the Gucci red in there.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So go ahead. Make sure you save. Did you do that already?
Yeah, I saved.
Okay. Perfect. All right. So we'll have this for tonight, and for those of us live, thank you for chiming in and seeing what's going on here. And we will be hosting class at 8 for those of you who are already enrolled. I will see y'all promptly at 8 o'clock. Please make sure that you have your homework done. You know what your homework is. There's a whole quiz on the homework before you even enter, so make sure you get 100 on that quiz. The class is small enough to where if you do not have dual screens, you have my permission to take up 2 seats if you need to look at the Zoom session on one computer and then watch the and then have another Zoom session on your laptop. All right, so how do you join the classes? Let's see. We're going to, as a matter of fact, Kia, go ahead and you got your stuff saved. I'm gonna let you head out so you can get ready. So I can take your screen off of screen share. Now this will be recorded, so you'll be able to come back to this and and watch this video again. Okay.
Okay.
All right, love. So I will see you in just a little bit. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
Right.
All right, so I'm just ending that Zoom session so Kia can go ahead and get ready for class tonight. So the class that we're doing tonight is 8 p.m. You already have to have your Photoshop and all that stuff. It is the academy.innatelab.com, and you get that template for free. The one with Cardi and Meg the Stallion, the cartoon version, all that comes with it. So it's a free template, but what you're paying for is the course, because we're going to get into the nitty gritty of how that design works. So this class is $60 for the session. This is an exclusive class, so it's not going to be. This template is not going to be offered on Innate Lab, and it's not going to be dripped into the Academy content, but the Academy content is here. So for those of you who want to subscribe to the monthly, it's a $30 membership. You get class every single week. So the class also comes with a template. And this one happens to come with a cartoon. So that template alone was $35. So you end up with $200 worth of templates and videos every single month. And then we also have live classes. So you can choose to do the live classes like kind of a la carte, or if you choose the $60 membership, coupon will open up, and you can utilize one coupon per 30 days, and it will allow you to get into a live class. Does that answer your question, Harper? And this is Photoshop. So I haven't done Affinity yet. So I'm just recommending everybody do Photoshop to learn it, because the only reason why I know Affinity is because I know Photoshop. So I never had to look up any instructions on Affinity, just because I have a reference in Photoshop. Okay, so live classes, the pre-recorded classes are here as well. If you don't want to do the membership and you would rather pay for the course, like especially if it's a course that is later on in the session, you don't want to wait, you can always pay for the course as well. And it comes with everything that you need, templates, it tells you what fonts to download, all of that good stuff. And then we also have cartoons and PNGs. So what I do periodically, every single month, I'll upload 20 cartoons and PNGs, usually stuff that y'all want to see. And you all, if you're a part of the membership for that arsenal, you get to suggest what you want to see drawn up. So I take the top 20 suggestions, and that's what we do for that month. So it's just a way to kind of have access to some art that not everybody has access to. That's it. And that is the Academy in a nutshell. We're also going to have a course that opens up soon about building business credit, and also a course, and then this is going to be a whole curriculum on just doing the wide format printing, how much you should be charging, what it costs to set up, where you can get your supplies from, because we do have the large format conversion kits for the Epson printers, and we're talking about the 44-inch printers. And we'll be teaching you how to press, pretty much with your smaller press and all of those good things. So we're going to do build business credit is going to be a module, and also the wide format printing, all over printing is what everybody calls it, or the 3D shirts. So we're going to have a module on that coming up like within the next week. So you all definitely keep your eyes out for that. And we're going to be building as we go along. Okay. Well, let me get myself together, because we have class at 8 o'clock, and I'm going to need a little bit of energy for that. So if I don't see you all anytime until tomorrow, if I don't see you in class, then I just want to say thank you so much. I appreciate all your support. And I saw y'all giving me the 5-star reviews on Google, and I appreciate it, because that's going to help me build business credit too. So I'm going to be talking to you all about that, and we're going to support one another. So for you all that are building business credit, I want to encourage you within the group. We'll have like a posting where we will know who has a business and who has a business listing, and we'll chime in and support one another. Okay. So just today, see, I started with 2 Google reviews. Let's see how many I have now. I'm going to also copy that link and paste it here. So if any of you want to give me a review, and if I've ever given you 5-star service and you want to report that, convey that to the world, y'all click on that link right there and give your girl a 5-star rating. Let's see. Just today. These are all added today. Y'all are so sweet. I promise. I love y'all for real. Aw. Okay, so let me get off of this. So I don't get all sentimental and whatnot. So I started with 2 reviews, and it looks like now I have at least 12 or 13. And what's going to happen is eventually this will build up your credibility when it comes to your searches and people searching for your business. So we're going to help one another out. We're going to figure this thing out together, and we're going to grow our businesses. This is not just about doing some cool artwork for a t-shirt. This is about growing like-minded individuals. All right. So I'm gonna head out for tonight. It was a pleasure having you all. And I know it's y'all are getting tired because I see see we kind of start dwindling down in the evenings. But I appreciate y'all for pumping through, especially when I come on these evening posts. Thank you, loves. Okay, I will check y'all soon, probably tomorrow. In the meantime, between time, I love y'all for real and bye.